Testing 1 2 3 testing. All right. Let me turn down these phones. They're way too loud. What's going on, guys? How you doing today? Let me turn down this music real quick, like. All right. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday afternoon. It is June 28th. Time is flying by. So first things first, actually, if you like, so some of the shirts that I wear, I actually sell right on my YouTube store under the merchandise. If you scroll down, if you're watching this video, I think you should be able to see it. Let me go to, if you click on my avatar, the one that has the highlighted blue circle around it, if you click on my avatar and then you scroll over to store on the very right, I have those t-shirts. I have Android 15, I have Android 16, a little better picture there. Got these shirts available on my store, YouTube. I got shirts, I got hoodies, I got all sorts of stuff. So if they interest you, be my guest. Lots of cool stuff down there. And we'll get rolling. So I wanted today, actually I need to grab this hat. There's a couple of items down here. I'm like, I need to get one of these. These things are badass. Okay, but we'll get into it. We'll get into the topic. So I actually wanted to talk about a couple of things to keep you safe, right? What keeps you safe online, keeping your device protected and you protect your identity protected, all sorts of stuff. Now, this is an Android 16 specific feature that we're about to talk about. So if you have a Pixel, Android 16 should be pushed to your phone. If you have, well, I guess a Samsung device, I have Android 16 on my S25 Ultra. You can run and install the beta software on your Samsung Galaxy device. Mine has been perfect, so no issues whatsoever. But it is an Android 16 specific security feature that we're about to talk about. So if you have an Android device that has Android 16 on it, I'll walk you through everything, show you how to enable this, because for whatever reason, you have to manually turn it on. For whatever reason, it's off by default, but you're definitely going to want to activate this right on your Android device. So what it is the advanced protection feature. I'm also going to walk you through how to enable identity check online as well. It's a whole completely separate function you can enable. We'll get into advanced protection, which has a number of protection features, safeguards that you enable that'll keep you safe online. And then last but not least, real quick before we get out of here, I'm going to walk you through encrypting and also enabling private DNS. And there's a number of different DNS options you can choose. You don't just have to use the one I use that will walk you through well, and that's completely up to you. But all these features that you enable should keep you on a safe online, right? So I'm going to use my, and also going to do carrier services app review. So carrier services app review, I'm probably going to clip this and upload it as an individual video. It will help your device get a better signal. Also will increase your speeds. And this can be enabled on any Android device, whether you're on Android 16, Android 15, Android 14, or whatever version of Android you're on. You're going to want to download this application. And I can promise you, I want you to, well, we'll get into it. I was about to walk you into it right now. Let's get into protecting you in your device, right? So I'm going to share my screen. And there's actually a good article. I'm going to link the article in the description box below. This is done. So if you want to go back, once we're done, if you want to go back and actually read the article, and or you want to send it to somebody, right? Video to somebody to show them how you can protect your device. You don't have to tell them, right? Because sometimes, like, if I tell my dad's a little older, and if I tell him to do something on his phone, hey, you need to do this, or you need to do that. It's a lot easier sending him a quick how-to video or a list of things, or shoot, I even sent my dad a couple of my own videos just so he can watch it to walk him through stuff. So we're all short on time, but okay, so this is going to be a quick episode. What time is it? 5:42. So we'll probably get out of here around 6 p.m. I gotta leave the house, but let's do this. If you have an Android device running Android 16, I'm going to walk you through how to make your device more secure and you more safe online with this device. Again, only works on Android 16, this specific feature we're about to run through. And even if you don't have a device on Android 16, save this video. Save it to a playlist. Create a playlist on YouTube. I have a ton of playlists that I won't get into my personal ones, but it's always good if you can't remember. There's that video that told me how to secure the device. Well, create a playlist. Save this video, or email it to somebody on file. Text it, whatever you got to do. But because you might have Android 16 in the future, if you're watching this and you have an S25, right, and you're just on stock firmware, not the beta software, you're still on Android 15, right? So this, it'll walk you through everything. So what we're going to do, let me share the screen here. Let's see, let's go here. So this article is on zdnet.com. zdnet.com. I'm gonna post the link to this article once the video's done. So once this video is over and done with, come back to this video maybe a couple minutes after it's over, or if you're watching this the following day or a week from now, it will be down there in the description box below. But identity check, here's what we're going to do. So this feature, I've actually enabled this on both my Pixel 9 Pro L and my S25 Ultra. Again, my S25 Ultra is on the beta software, One UI 8 Android 16. So it's completely available if you're running the same thing, right? So here we go. This feature was added back in 2024, but it wasn't until the release of Android 16 that it actually was kind of like enabled and made it and Google made it more of a featured service in your software, right? So let's say you're away from your home, which you have not designated as a trusted location. You're gone, someone gains access to your phone and either goes to make changes to critical security or attempts to access saved passwords or other sensitive information, because you can set your home. If you go to where you don't have your device locked all the time, you can check the boxes where you can bypass, you can skip the pattern or pin code on your phone. If for one, you pin your location at home, two, you select that option, keep on me, or where the device will skip the password if it tells it's in your pocket or something, or if it's connected to a Bluetooth device, whether it's where is my watch? I don't know where my watch is. Whether it's a watch or Bluetooth, if it's always connected to your Bluetooth, you can bypass your PIN code. You can always turn that off, but in this scenario, let's say you leave the house but one of your devices stays home, well, if it breaks in your home or a non-trusted family member gets a hold of your device, they can basically have access to your account, right? And let's say when that person tries to make these changes, biometric authentication will prevent them from accessing those features and or data. So here's the thing about ID check. It's not easy to find. The best way to locate these features, all these features we're about to talk about, the specific app or where they're buried in settings is kind of difficult. The easiest thing to do, just open your settings app and find that little search icon in the top right. Let's see, where is it? Very top of the screen where it says search settings. You want to simply type in identity check right here. Type in identity check in the search settings. It'll take you right to it. It'll even highlight it for you. That's where you can enable the feature. It should be enabled by default. This one should be enabled by default, but always check. And again, this was enacted and baked into Android before Android 16, so this one should encompass everyone that's watching this. You should be able to go in and activate this. Once you've added a trusted location, biometrics won't be required for that particular place. And here's what it looks like. So I'm going to double check on mine. If you go to, I'll do this together. Go to your settings app, and at the very top, it doesn't matter whether you have a Pixel, whether you have a Samsung, every Android phone has the settings app. Every settings app has a search feature. So let's do this. Let's search for identity check. Okay. And you can see that's the very first thing that pops up on my screen. Identity check right there. So I'm going to go ahead, that. It wants me, and actually I have not set this up yet, so this is perfect. So it'll ask you to set up identity check, right? We're going to hit next. You get to this screen. And I'm signed into my Google account. I've added a lock screen. I've added biometrics. So let me add my trusted places. It says security 22 addresses have been removed from your trusted places because they were changed in your Android account. To ensure the best experience, add your trusted places. Okay, so let's add trusted place. I am going to choose on a matter, and it should pinpoint my location. You can even zoom in if it's not exactly accurate. So what I'm going to do is pinpoint the location I'm at right now. I'm going to hit confirm. I'm going to hit add. There you go. I added my trusted location. Now you can add more than one. You can add a home location. You can add a second if it's your office or your work, or if you have a second or third home, a house, a vacation home, you can add those as well. You can add more than one. Okay, so I went ahead and added a trusted place. It says your trusted places are saved on your device and are not shared with Google. If you have other devices, you'll need to set up trusted places on those devices separately. When location is available, settings that use trusted places will know if your device is near a place you trust, but your device's precise location will not be shared. So we set up trusted places, and once you set up trusted places, you'll get something that looks like this. Identity check, everything is good to go. So I'm going to hit done, right? Now, after you get that done, we're going to jump into an Android 16 specific, and this is really cool. This is what I was just reviewing before this video, and I actually did not have this enabled. So I was like, I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to do a show on, because I'm going to walk you through this as I do it myself. So after you get ID check enabled, we are going to enable advanced protection. Now, advanced protection is an Android 16 specific feature. This is why, in my opinion, it's debatable. In my opinion, the Google Pixel 9 series and or the S25 Ultra S25 series have some really, really secured features and are probably, I would say probably Google is probably the Pixel 9 series, probably the most secure smartphone in the world. Samsung has a couple other features that Google does not have on their Pixels, but that's another video for another day. But these two devices I have here, the S25 series and Pixel 9 series, are probably even more secure than the iPhone. That is correct. Even more secure. So I'm still waiting on a security tidbit, a security check that takes us to last week's video, the notification hack. Still don't have clarity on that. I'm assuming they patched it with this last update a couple days ago, but I'm not sure. Emailed my rep at Google. Still haven't heard anything. I'm sure they're busy, but if I get a confirmation that the notification hack was that the exploit was eliminated, I'll definitely let you know, but just be on the lookout for that. So, advanced protection. This new addition to Android brings together several strong security measures to protect against spyware, malicious apps, insecure connections, and online threats. So this protection helps defend against online harmful apps, insecure connections, and other threats that put your data at risk. For the strongest security and privacy, turn on device protection and also enroll your Google account. I strongly encourage everyone watching this, do this on your phone, do it with me, follow right along. Again, you need an Android 16 device, and that's why it's imperative to update your friggin' phones. This is why I always rag Motorola for never updating their phones, because it's almost like they don't care about their consumer. They just want to make a buck throwing out an Android phone when they're not dedicated to the longevity of their product, keeping you safe online, right? Because we input our lives on these devices, everything, your identity, your funds, your banking, crypto, personal data, everything is on these devices. Shame on companies like Motorola for not keeping you safe online. That's why I will never use another Motorola device ever. And this is why you have to be very selective on what devices you get. And you need to keep an eye on your parent devices, your grandparents' devices, maybe aunts or uncles, people that are not even a cousin, right? Because, there's always those family members that are just not, and it's no, fault of theirs. They're knowledgeable of stuff like this. But that's where you and I need to step in and recommend them, right? If let's say a Pixel 4 XL or a Pixel 5, and they're like, yeah, you're gonna want to upgrade because that stopped getting updates like a year ago or 2 years ago, right? And they're like, oh, I don't need it on, this works perfectly. Well, let them know the dangers of keeping an outdated phone, a phone that does not get security updates. Send them this video, and we're about to walk through everything that leaves them open to exposure for these things if they do not have a phone, right, that gets updated. So this is why I'm actually going to get my dad a new phone here. I think we're going to get him a Pixel 10. He's got the Pixel 6a. Now, it does get monthly security updates, I believe, for another year, but it stopped getting software updates when the Pixel 10 series comes out. But in that thing too, you got to worry about software updates and then monthly security patches. Technically, you will be covered if your device still gets monthly security patches. But this is a perfect example of why, if your phone is old to where it's not going to get Android 16, it's a perfect example of why you're going to need to think about upgrading. Not necessarily upgrading, because you don't have to spend $1,000. I'm not going to spend a long time on it, because just as well as I do, you don't have to spend $1,000 on a phone. You can even get a 1 or 2 year old phone at a couple $100 that still gets monthly updates, that still gets Android software updates, right? Even a Pixel 8 Pro, right? Something like even a Pixel 8, Pixel 8a, just something that gets monthly security patches and that gets a Android software update. So when you enable advanced protection, it says here it's enabled by default, I checked my and it was in both of these two phones I have with me. I'll check my other ones here shortly, but the ones that I carry with me 24/7, they were not enabled default. So this is what you're going to want to do. Again, pull up your settings application on your phone and simply search advanced protection. Now, once you search advanced protection, hit the search icon. There it is at the very top. All right. There you go. We're going to touch that. Now, I enabled it on this phone already, but that's what it looks like. And we'll walk through everything it does here. And as you can tell, let me pull the Samsung up because this was not enabled. Advanced protection. Now, Samsung, it's at the very bottom. I don't know why. If you type in advanced protection on a Samsung device, I typed it in at the bottom. It's nowhere to be found. I'll just scroll down a little more to the very bottom on in others section. Touch that. See, here you go. This was enabled by default. So what we'll do is walk you through enabling this. So what we're going to do is enable it. Boom. And it gives you this pop-up. It asks you, turn on device protection. Device protection helps keep your device safe and data safe. Keeps apps on your device can see if data protection is on, right? Now, check this out. A lot of people don't know this, and maybe shame on me because this is something I've always known, but I've never, I don't think, communicated with anybody outside of my family. On devices where 2G protection is available, 2G meaning service, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, 2G connections will be blocked except for emergency calling. So a little known fact is 2G is the easiest data from a carrier to hack, right? Yes, they can hack into the data carrier services that go onto your phone. 2G has the least amount of protection. It's the oldest frequency that our phones still get. I go into my phone. It's one of the first things I do on my devices. You can go into settings, network settings, and then go into connections, and then you can actually turn. There's a toggle for 2G. I always turn mine off. Now, sometimes it uses for emergency calling, right? Because it's the most oldest, most widely used, even on lower level mobile devices. 2G, they're slowly phasing that out, but this will block 2G connection. Now, some websites might not load as expected, but I'm sure those are websites that you might want to think twice about getting on in the first place. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. Now, my device vibrated and just gave me a notification. Your advanced protection is now on. Let's see here. Now, I'm going to enable advanced protection on my Gmail account as well. So that's the very next option. And I'll leave that up to you. I'm not going to walk you through it. It's pretty easy, right? But I'm just going to do on-device data right here. So what does this do? This enables, and you can go down each one after you enable it. Check this out. It gives you a list of things that it safeguards. And you can see device safety and apps are 1, 2 up there. Now look on the right-hand side of the screen. Device safety and apps. So basically, when you click this open, it'll let you know, it'll tell you exactly what it does to protect each section. And the device safety section protects against lost, stolen, or confiscated phones. It also protects applications, protects against memory bugs and malicious apps. Networks, prevents insecure connections, going back to the 2G we were just talking about. Protects you against unsafe websites as well. Now, Phone by Google protects against spam calls. Even if you have a Samsung, you don't have to have a Pixel phone. Just have a Pixel phone now to get spam calls. And I know Samsung in their dialer has a spam blocker, but Pixel's is far and away the best. Better than Samsung's dialer, better than iPhone phone app. You can actually go, if you have a Samsung, you can download the Google Pixel phone app and use that as your phone app on Samsung, and it'll just kick the Samsung phone app to the side, right? Now, if you enable advanced protection and you download the phone app by Google on your Samsung phone, it'll automatically protect against spam calls. It'll also protect Google Messages, protects against spam and scams through your messages, which is nice. Now, all of these protections happens by simply enabling advanced protections. You tap the on-off slider until it's in the on position and your Android phone is protected. One more thing, account protection. I just mentioned that. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's right underneath that toggle. I'm going to let you, because I don't want to show any personal information. It's pretty simple. You just enable that and you enable the Gmail address you're signed into your phone to. It'll walk you through pretty basic, pretty easy, but it'll lock down your Google account, safeguard it as well. Now, let's get into DNS, right? How to turn on Android's DNS mode and why turning it off or leaving it off or leaving it on. Hang on one second. All right, sorry about that. Private DNS. Private DNS. Encrypted DNS requests can reveal your browser habits, but Android's private DNS mode helps keep that info hidden and safe. Here's how to turn it on. It's pretty easy. Go to your settings app, type in DNS, and it'll send you right to there. Now, what is DNS? I gotta go. What is DNS? It's basically a address for websites, but it's also an address that can reveal your location. So I always have private DNS. I always use the 1111 by Cloudflare. Now you can either download this app, this Warp app by Cloudflare, or you can manually edit your DNS in the settings. I'm going to leave that up to you, but it is to keep a device locked down, extra secured. This is an extra added feature that we do recommend, that I recommend everybody. What the hell? I recommend everybody do. Oh, light just go out. Anyways, it's probably a sign I need to get off. But I use 1.1.1 for mine. And if you want to dive in a little deeper to DNS, when this is done, give me a few minutes, come back to the stream, look in the video description. I'm going to link this where we're reading right now. You can read up a little more on it if you want a little more homework, or you can just go ahead and edit it if you want. I'm out of time, so I'm not going to review carrier services app review. I'll probably do that tomorrow, but I did want to make sure I got on here and let everybody know about the advanced protection on your device, and make sure everybody stays safe online, right? I want to stay safe, and I want you to stay safe as well. Appreciate you joining me. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll come back. We'll do the carrier services app review. You're not going to want to miss this. This will give you better service, faster speeds, better signal, everything. And it'll work on any Android device. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Let me get out of here. Peace.